Before this video begins, full disclaimer, there's going to be talk of domestic abuse, physical abuse against a partner, so just a fair warning before going into this video. Hey guys, another day, another internet celebrity gets exposed for doing something terrible. In this case, we're talking about ImAllexx. If you don't know who ImAllexx is, he's a British commentary YouTuber who made a lot of videos similar to mine. He would talk about these random people, random topics, mostly just people doing terrible shit. Sometimes terrible reality shows like 90 Day Fiancé. ImAllexx used to be known as like the e-boy of the commentary community, but now he's mostly known as Discount Pennywise. At least to me. I was a fan of ImAllexx, and if I seem emotionally drained right now, it's because I've been pouring through all the stuff that has come out about him, and I can't believe that I supported this guy. So that's why my mood's a bit down. It's just a lot, and going through it has just been so taxing. I also just feel really bad for his ex-girlfriends for having to go through all that, because holy shit, it's a lot. This whole thing kicked off a couple weeks ago when his ex-girlfriend Alice has posted a Google Drive on Twitter describing all of the terrible things that ImAllexx did to her while they were dating. Well, actually, before this, Alice was making TikToks about a domestic abuse situation that she was going through, and people were kind of speculating that it was ImAllexx. That is until on June 9th, commentary YouTuber Samuel tweeted out that Alex's ex-girlfriend Alice was doing all this, and people then started to speculate that it in fact was ImAllexx. Then a couple days later, on June 11th, Alice confirmed that she was talking about Alex in the comment section of one of her videos, though she mentioned she wasn't really ready to talk about her experience yet, and she was just venting on TikTok. Later that day, Samuel went on commentary YouTuber Lutheric's livestream, in which he talks about reaching out to Alice and Alex's friend, a large YouTuber iNabber, about the situation on Instagram. And according to Sam, Alice had gone to the authorities with the allegations, and she said in DMs that she would address it formally after the police investigation. They started their relationship back in March of 2023, and soon after they began their relationship, he began to emotionally and verbally berate her. At one point, he even threatened physical violence on her.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick.
And if you would like to, you can do what I did and pour through her Google Drive, which is still on Twitter. But I'm warning you, it's a lot. And if you don't have the stomach for it, I can totally understand. At multiple points, he called her a retard and used the N-word multiple times against her.
You don't clean up after yourself. Nigga, neither do you.
Alice described in detail what being in a relationship with ImAllexx was like. It seemed like it was a horrifying experience from everything she's been saying. Here are a couple examples of what she had to go through. I've been threatened by Alex to not come out with anything at all and to keep quiet, or he will create a contradicting story to discredit my own, but I'm not scared anymore. No matter what is said in response to the statement, I know I've said my piece and can move on with my life. We had known each other for many years before we interacted, and were seeing each other for a few months before anything was official. We started officially dating on March 17th, 2023, giving each other 100% of our attention, time, and effort with no arguments. After that, time passed and small things became huge issues, which were over Discord at first. Alex felt that because I was home all day and worked from home that I would be able to call 24/7 and completely shut out any other social interactions I have with my friends. To avoid that, I invited him into my groups and stopped working as much. These small arguments worsened to the point where he would turn to his camera and start shouting at me on call. He's gone as far as to tell me to self-harm at this point after I told him about my history prior. This would be accompanied with multiple horrible messages calling me a whore, bitch, and slimy.
Over what? I don't understand, because I ain't got anything to fucking be stuck up over. But for some reason, something isn't good enough for you. You get to do whatever you fucking want all day. It's like, and then you look like a fucking miserable fucking little cunt all the time. Like, your face is annoying to look at, like when I come downstairs. You're not even honest to pay for any of it. So, who really fucking cares what you have to say?
Just looking at these excerpts, I can already tell that Alice is lucky to be in one piece coming out of that relationship, because I can only imagine what would have happened if she stayed in that relationship and he went unchecked in his rage, because this is a very rageful person. Allegedly, I gotta put the allegedly in there. Soon after these allegations came out about Alex, people started digging into his past to see if there was a pattern that they didn't notice or anything, and there apparently was an ex-girlfriend who had come out in 2020 that people just didn't notice. Her name was Jess Carter, and she had made a post in 2020 talking about an ex-boyfriend who had similar behavioral patterns to Alex. She didn't name him by name, but people connected the dots, and while I'm not going to say it was Alex because it's still an unnamed person in this tweet and nobody's really confirmed that it was him, I think it's a safe bet that this has happened before with Alex. And I can safely say that because there was yet another ex-girlfriend who came out after Alex has came out with the allegations against Alex. This girl's name is Ani, aka King Ani, on Twitter, and she also detailed a similar pattern of behavior, you know, the emotional abuse, verbal abuse, threats of violence against her. Pretty much the same things that Alice was describing about Alex, this girl also described. And of course, she came with receipts. So yeah, this whole thing was just a disgusting mess to pour through. I've never seen a situation where there was so much evidence against a person, but it was really eye-opening, to say the least. Especially since, again, I liked this creator. I watched his content. I even considered buying his merch, even though I guess he's not really an internet sensation anymore. And while that's not uncommon here on the internet to have a celebrity you like turn out to be a horrible human being, hell, I'm scripting a video about Dr. Disrespect right now in that whole situation. After all this happened, it's been like a week now since the last update, I think, and ImAllexx still hasn't come out with a response to any of this. In fact, he's been weirdly silent about all this. And yeah, it is weird. People usually try to lie at least and say they didn't do any of this. Maybe it's a sign that he's gonna take some responsibility about this soon-ish.
You know, I know you appreciated it, and I know that you appreciated the effort that I used to put in. And then I just stopped because I had you, and you're my girlfriend, and we lived together, and the more further we got through our relationship, the less effort I put in. And if it wasn't for you leaving, I might never, ever have changed my ways. I wanted to run off into the sunset with you. I was madly in love. But probably, you know, I had, oh fuck, my toe.
That's like the best case scenario I can think of, because this whole situation, again, is just a disgusting mess. But I guess time will tell, and if any new updates come, I'll be sure to let you guys know about it. And with that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you in the next one.